Gunnery Sergeant David Winters, United States Marine Corps. Sergeant Carlos Alvarez, United States Army. And Navy Machinist Mate 3rd D Class Daryl Laird, United States Navy. Our flag bearers today are family members of current and past service members. For the United States Army, caring for her grandfather, Christina Alvarez. For the United States Navy, caring for his father, Daniel Newcomer. For the United States Coast Guard, caring for her cousin, Tammy Hughes. For the United States Air Force, caring for her son, Melissa Wilson. For the United States Marine Corps, caring for his father, James Hughes. Sacrifice. It's the act of giving up something precious towards another goal. The men and women are remembered today gave us the ultimate sacrifice, their very lives in service to our country. Today, we recognize such people as Airman Elizabeth Jacobson, United States Air Force. During a combat tour of Iraq in 2005, Airman Jacobson was killed by an explosive device that struck her convoy. She was 21 years old. Staff Sergeant Robert Miller, United States Army. During combat deployment to Afghanistan in 2008, Staff Sergeant Miller was leading a small element of U.S. and Afghan forces against an insurgent position. During the assault, his element was caught in an ambush by 100 insurgents. Staff Sergeant Miller ordered his element to fall back to safety while he charged the enemy. With no regard for his own safety and exposed to monumental enemy fire, Staff Sergeant Miller engaged the enemy. After suffering a devastating wound to his torso, Staff Sergeant Miller continued his assault, killing 10 insurgents and wounding many others. He succumbed to a mortal wound, but not before allowing his element to fall back to safety. Staff Sergeant Miller was 24 years old. Petty Officer Douglas Monroe, United States Coast Guard. During World War II, Petty Officer Monroe led a group of 24 Higgins boats into hostile fire to provide evacuation for a battalion of Marines. Petty Officer Higgins commanded his boat into position, blocking enemy fire while the rest of the boats evacuated the Marine battalion. As the rest of his boats successfully evacuated the Marines, Petty Officer Monroe was killed by enemy fire. He was 22 years old. Hospital Corpsman 2nd Class David Ray, United States Navy. While serving as a corpsman in Vietnam, Corpsman Ray's encampment was attacked by a battalion-sized force. Facing devastated enemy fire, Corpsman Ray moved from position to position, performing life-saving medical care to the wounded. During his efforts, Corpsman Ray was severely wounded. Refusing personal treatment, he continued to administer aid to the fallen. Rapidly weakening his grievous wounds, Corpsman Ray used his last breath to throw his body on top of a wounded Marine when a grenade landed nearby, saving the Marine's life at the cost of his own. Corpsman Ray was 24 years old. Corporal Jason Dunham, United States Marine Corps. In 2004, while serving in Iraq, Corporal Dunham led his team towards his commander's convoy, which had been ambushed. As he and his team arrived to support his commander's convoy, Corporal Dunham discovered 7 Iraqi vehicles preparing to depart the area. He ordered his team to stop the convoy and search for weapons. During this search, an insurgent attacked Corporal Dunham in hand-to-hand combat. During the ensuing struggle, Corporal Dunham noticed the insurgent dropped a grenade. He alerted his team and threw his body on top of the grenade, bearing the brunt of the explosion. Corporal Dunham was 22 years old. These men and women selflessly sacrificed their very lives in an instant to serve and protect our country. In an instant, they gave their lives, leaving behind brothers, sisters, mothers, and fathers. On this day, we pause to reflect the legacy left behind by these countless and brave, devoted, and unflinching warriors. These patriots who did not flee in the face of adversity, who did not pause to consider the life they would never lead. They gave their all to support and defend this country. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence for those who have fallen. Ladies and gentlemen, the arrival of our flags.
Sergeant Willers, report! Sergeant Winters, post the colors.
Aye, sir.
Sergeant of the Guard, post the colors. Aye, sir. Sir, colors are posted. Honor the fallen! Honor the fallen. Aye, sir. Sergeant of the Guard, honor the fallen.
The ship's bells date back to the early 15th century. The bell has traditionally been used to signify threats, announce VIPs, and more commonly keep time. The toll of the bells signifies a 30-minute interval has passed. After 8 bells, sailors on watch knew their 4-hour shift was over. Today, the sounding of the 8 bells signifies the loss of a comrade. Today, we remember and honor those brave men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice to uphold our nation's freedom. First bell, in memory of our fallen mothers and fathers. Second bell, in memory of our fallen husbands and wives. The third bell, in memory of our fallen sisters and brothers. The fourth bell, in memory of our fallen sons and daughters. Fifth bell, in memory of the forgotten, those who gave their lives without name or recognition. The sixth bell, in memory of those lost at sea, in the air, or on the land, their paths on earth met in heaven. The seventh bell, in memory of their legacy, forged with blood, paid in full for our way of life. The eighth bell, in memory of the last breath of our fallen warriors. Exhale to ensure our freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence for our
Sir, fallen and remembered. Gunner Sergeant Winters, return our colors to full glory. Return to full glory. Aye, sir. Sergeant of the Guard. Return to full glory. Aye, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, a toast. Sure as the rain falls from the heaven and the tears fall from our face, fall and look down upon us with pride. Remember them. Today is their day. Salute.
Salute.
Our brothers and sisters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this year's ceremony.
Freedom Makers Resort flag raising ceremony. Every year it gets better and better. What's up? I'm still live, Daryl. There's Daryl.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey guys, still live. Fantastic guys. Fantastic guys. We're still live, guys. Fucking fantastic, dude. Fantastic, guys. Guys, every year, man, here at Freedom Makers Resort, best flag raising ceremony you'll ever see. Gotta say, wish I could show you all the people in the background, but we don't allow it, so. But I can show you guys what we've done here. That's right. Freedom Makers Resort, guys. Best place to be on the planet. Southern California's adult playground, guys. Check it out. Yeah, I wish I could show you how many people are behind me, but unfortunately I can't. Just saying. All right, guys, stay tuned till next video. Wait a minute, hold on a sec. I got my wife coming up to me right now. You gotta get on this side so I can get some video. Yes, we're still live. Hi, Candace. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, she's a little sad. Good job. I got dozens of people on here watching right now. Mr. Jason V, one of our groundskeepers. I know. I'm telling you, it's a tearjerker every time, sir. All right, guys, stay tuned till next video. That was fantastic. I'll be uploading this onto our website soon, so anyone that missed it, I'll make sure that everyone can see it next time, guys. Until then, I'll see you guys later.